Yes, welcome to that uh, PPE class. Now, today we will discuss about. Today we will discuss about. Uh, Already till now we discussed. What is that steam power plant? How that power is required to manufacture any product. All these things we discussed. Today we will discuss means whenever we are to generate the power, we want burn means we want to burn a liquid or gaseous all are solids. Okay, so in this connection, different handling systems are there. So many handling systems are there. Once the fuel is burned, once the fuel is burned in this furnace, what is going to be happening? So once that in particularly thermal power plants required more and more coal to generate the power. The coal is burned in the coal is burned in the furnace. Whenever the coal is going to be burned, a lot of heat is going to be generated. A lot of heat is going to be generated. In that heat, what we are going to doing is we are going to run that turbine, and then that heat we are going to converting in the different methods we are converting. After that converting of this entire heat, so whenever the heat is generated, so the ash is going to be produced. When that coal is going to be burned, ash is burned. So now here what is going to be happening? When that ash we have to shift it somewhere other areas. So in that ash handling systems, okay, the different methods are there. Some of the ash handling is comprises some of the operations. So different ash handling systems will be there. In that ash handling, whenever we are going to burning that ash, whenever we are burning that ash, what is that happening of that thing is that, so 100% you take near about some 10 to 20% ash is going to be producing. Suppose if you are going to taking 100 kg of coal and it is burned and it is ignited. So at the time, what is going to be happening? 20% of ash is going to be coming. So if it is a good coal, 10% it will come. But naturally the ash will be that it is varying 5 to 40%. 5 to 40%. So this ash handling equipment is, we are going to considering we are going to considering that. So how many types it is going to be operations, we will see one by one. So revolving the ash from the furnace into the hoopers, we are going to revolving by revolving methods. We are going to sending that ash to the hoopers. Or another one more system is conveyor belts, conveying the ash to fill the storage by means of conveyor belts. Okay, by means of conveyor belts. And disposal of the stored ash. So whenever producing, we are going to storing that ash, and then we are going to disposing that ash. So another, the following of some places, the ash can be disposed of. What are there? So now we will see that what are the different types of ashes, how we are going to storing. Wasteland sites, we can store that this ash may be reserved for the disposal of ash. Another one, deep ponds, very deep ponds will be there. Over there also we can pour this ash and can be dumped into these ponds way that completely we are going to converting into some say that in ponds, some of the ponds is mud is there, so that over there also we are going to converting that mud, some of the places it will be very useful. And this ash we are going to using in cement industries also. So another one is disused quarries. So already you are going to digging that quarries. Over there also we can use this disused quarries with reasonable distance. The power stations may be used dumping the ash into elevated land. Whatever quarries will be there, over there also we can put this ash. Seaborne coal, generally seaborne coal, we are going to take this ash to the sea for disposal into water grave. So some areas, very near areas of this power plants, that ash also disposed to sea also, in the sea also. These are the things. So another thing is that ash handling in major and it is a very major and a difficult problem. Once the coal is burned, it is very difficult problem. So what are the difficulties we are encountered in its handling and disposal? Ash handling also and disposal also. So now we will see that what are that ash handling equipment. Ash handling is dusty and so irritating and annoying handling. So it is irritating. Once it is burned means that ash, it is going to showing that irritating to remove that. But whenever we are going to generating the power, it is we are going to enjoying of that one. So if it is hot, it comes out of boiler furnaces. Then that we cannot immediately, we cannot take it into that one, and we cannot take it out from the boiler because of it is somewhat hot will be there. If you are going to touch, it will be very dangerous. So poisonous gases are produced. So carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, poisonous gases will be produced when that burning. So corrosive acids are produced in water. Suppose whenever you are going to pouring into that water, corrosive acids will be there. Okay, and clinkers fusing together lumps. Okay, different we are going to encounter all these problems. Now, so this is that introduction of this ash handling. Now we will see that what are the contents. Now we have to discuss it. Okay, so now we will see that first thing is ash disposal. That is a very big problem in power plants. So another one is ash handling equipment. What are the equipments are available? How we are going to using this ash handling equipment. Next, ash handling systems. What are the different types of ash handling systems? We can see that. Ash discharge equipments. Ash discharge equipments. Okay. And next, site selection of the ash handling. So we are seeing the so many systems of the ash handling. So what is that first ash disposal? From this point of view, we can discuss this ash point. A large quantity of ash is produced in steam power plants using coal. Yes, correct. It is that we are going to using steam power plants. Okay. Ash produced near about, we discussed it in the starting itself, 10 to 20%, but some areas we are going to facing that ash more than when the coal is burned 40%. 60% of kg is burned, 40% of ash we are going to get in. Means that is very poor, not the quality of the coal. That we can say that. And handling of ash is problem. Yes, it is ash is a problem because of so much of ash is coming. Where we have to keep, that's a storage and transportation, and how to, where we have to send it. All the things will be there. Whenever from the ash is coming to that in the boiler, so it is very too hot. We cannot touch that this one. And dusty will be there. So much of dust is coming from that whenever coal is burning. And irritating, I told already. So accompanied by some of the poisonous gases. So it will come, that poisonous gas will come whenever burning of that coal. So many poisonous gases will come. So that can be withstand. That over there also, what are the precautions we have to take? That is also most important. And we are, I'm going to showing this diagram, mechanical required disposal of ash. How it will be there? You please see that this is that mechanical one. You observe this figure. We are having that low control valves over there, and vent hole is there for filter. Okay. After that, we are cleaning of that one. And here entire diagram, this equipment, mechanical equipment, we are having equipment. One is that air compressor, air receiver, and air we are going to controlling, and we are going to sending to the transporter. Inlet valve will be there, and then that is going to be sending to that ash to that receiver bin, wherever we are going to sending. So here we are going to using entire to send a ash to that one bin is there, means we are going to calling as receiver bin, and this vehicle will go, and in that tank it is going to be sending that ash into that vessel. Okay, here you observe here clearly. Here one thing will be there. Here is level control will be there. So from this we are having we are going to collecting ash over there, and then this ash we are going to sending to that transporter. So in that transporter, the air is going to be squeezed, means it is going to be taking into that transporter bin, transporter vessel, and then a transporter vessel. In that, whenever it is entering from air compressor, we will high pressure air we are going to sending. With that high pressure of air, the ash is going to be sending to that receiver bin. Okay, this is that this 2 to 3 phases we are going to sending this phase. So here one thing is there. What is that? here we are going to receiving this ash from the furnace, and after that we are going to sending to that transporter bin. In the meanwhile, we are going to sending this high pressure air to that transporter. With that high pressure air, we are going to sending this ash to that receiving bin. Over there, we are going to dumping our ash. So this is that one mechanical system I shown. Okay. Next, so here compressor is required, air tank is required, air control is required. Fully amount of air we are not going to sending to that transporter bin. Only some amount of air we are going to sending, and after that we are going to selecting. So now we will see that handling of equipment should perform the following functions. What are the functions we should have to follow that ash handling systems? First of all, we want to that capital investment, operating and maintenance charges of the equipment should be low. So always the mechanical engineer has to think always maintenance and repair cost has to be low, and investment also will low, and we will get that profits, Here that clinkers, soot means dust, soot, clinkers, so many, all these things will create that troubles, So here we'll create that troubles over there. What are there? Clinkers will trouble, soot will trouble. What are unwanted particles? All these things will trouble. So dust, these another so many other things also it will create poisonous gas, and all other variables will trouble us. So all the troubles we have to face, and we have to run that system is very, very smooth, And equipment, always, equipment should not be corrosion effect and wear resistance. It should not be wear whenever ash is coming and going. So there should not be any corrosion. If the corrosion is occurred, our handling system is failed. Okay, these are the points. So now we will see that how that ash handling system will go. How many types we are going to using. See, ash handling systems. How many are there? One is that hydraulic system. With the help of hydraulic oils, we are going to receiving and sending to that transporter bin to receiving bin. And with that we are going to using. Another one is that pneumatic system. Pneumatic system means air systems we are going to using. Just now we discussed that that is air system is there in mechanical handling system, and we used and we transported that ash. And mechanical, general mechanical, with the help of gears, link and levers, we are conveyor belts, we are going to sending. Those systems are mechanical systems. So ash handling systems, three types we are going to using. One is hydraulic, pneumatic, and mechanical. Okay. Next we will see. So this hydraulic system, how that hydraulic system is worked. Just one line I told that. So here ash from that furnace, falls into a system of water processing. Some ash handling systems, water we are going to mixing. Why? Because the particle, the dust particle, that soot particles will not go out, and it should not be spoiled for environment. That's why we are going to sending that water. Even though you see that in olden days, we are going to burning our means wood. After completion of entire cooking, what we are going to doing? We are pouring that water into on that. So it is going to be that ash is not going to outside, and it is not going to disturb to that environment. So all these things. So water high velocity and carried to the sums. Whenever we are going to mixing of that, and then entire that ash we are going to sending to the sums. So generally we are going to using this type of system in large power plants. Okay, another system we will see that there are in that two types of pressure systems is there. One is that low pressure hydraulic system. Another one is high pressure hydraulic systems. Low pressure hydraulic system. Another one is high pressure hydraulic systems. So now we can see that low pressure and high pressure, how it will be there. See, by seeing of this figure, we can learn about water is entering into that boiler, okay, boilers, and that ash we are going to collecting in some. Here also another type boilers, same water is going inside, downside of the bottom here, and then we are going to collecting this ash in the sumps, ash with water. So over there we are going to, why we are going to using this system means we are avoiding that soot, poisons, poison gases, dust we are going to controlling, and it should not be affect to that environment. So in this method we are sufficient pressure we are going to using to take away up to that sump. Water is also having to flow that furnace boilers now. So we are going to using that sufficient pressure, and then we are going to using that one. So after then we are going to separating this ash. The ash is transferred to that dump site. We are already starting itself. We discussed one dump site. We are unused sites, means not agricultural lands, unused sites. Over there we are going to dumping this ash into that wagons, rail cars, trucks. I told all the things we are going to dumping. So loading of ash may be throughout that belt conveyor belts or hooper systems. What we seen that ash we are going to sending by belt conveyors and buckets. So grab buckets. Once that the bucket is going to be taking that ash, and it is transferred to that wagons or trucks in vessels. So another one is that if there is any ash basement will be there with ash hooper, ash can fill that directly in ash car or conveying systems. If that basement is more will be there, so directly it will be there. We can transfer this conveying systems. Okay, that is one of the thing. So now we will see that the second one. Okay, first one we saw that hydraulic systems. That is that. Second one we will see that water jetting systems. Water jetting systems. So this is the one type of ash handling equipment. In this method also we are going to using low pressure jet. But coming out of this entire ash, we are going to dipping that ash into that water, and we are going to cool that ash, and we are going to transferring to that vessels, trucks, wagons, rail wagons. We are going to pour. We are going to sending that ash to that in that transferring that ash with the help of this railway wagons and as well as trucks. Okay. So another third type is ash Lewis waste for and ash sum system. Ash sum system. In this one is that we divided into three types. No, first one is hydraulic. We saw that. Second one is that, what is that second one? Pneumatic. Third one is that, what is that? Mechanical systems. In that we seen that hydraulic and mechanical. So this is that jet type is called as mechanical systems. So here how we are going to see, we are going to using a high pressure pump to supply high water level jet. With the help of jet, water jet, it is going to mixing that ash, and we are going to sending to carry that furnace from the bottom through that channels. We are going to preparing channels, and that with that channels the water and ash will go out. And somewhere we are constructed basement, it is ash is going to be stay over there, means the basement it is available over there, and then this ash we are going to sending to other purposes. Okay, earlier we are used wastelands, okay, and sumps. Now we are going to using this basement one channel. In that channel we are going to sending this ash, and this generally this sump is having compartments, okay, and different ashes, ash types will be there. Fine ash, somewhat little bit coarse size ash, okay, coarse and fine size ash. These two things we are going to differentiate, and then we are going to sending to the channels. The fine ash generally passes through that screen, and it moves to the destination, whatever it may be, that either fine ash or coarse sand, we have to sending to that sump. Okay, that sump we are going to divide it into two types, that compartments. Fine ash we are separating one, and coarse ash we are going to sending one compartment. Only that is the difference. Now we will see that pneumatic system. You see that pneumatic system here is, what is that pneumatic? Pneumatic means here itself we can see that quenching of nozzle, okay, quenching of nozzle, and then here is once that nozzle is quenching means dipping into the water. Quenching means it is a material science word, dipping into that water. And then once it is dipped, the ash is there. Okay, the ash is there. We are going to sending to the, from furnace, we are going to collecting this ash, and this ash we are going to sending to that nozzle with water, okay, with water. And that water is going to be taking place one sump. So the ash then carried out high velocity, and and it is going to be delivered particular point. Means a sump you can say compartments, you can say wastelands, you can say whatever it may be that. Any system we are going to storing some place this ash. Ash is very, very big problem for after burning of coal. So air leaving and afterwards air is going to be leaved, ash will be separated, one filter, air is going to be leaved, and ash is we are going to, this is a pneumatic system big advantage. So we are removing air, that air again we are going to using, and we are going to removing the dust also in that ash. Don't think that the dust and ash is the same. No, it is different. Dust is different and ash is the different. So that we are going to exhauster handles, clean and protect blades of exhauster. Whenever exhauster will be there, again we are going to putting one filter over there, and we are cleaning that air. This is that pneumatic system of ash handling equipment. So with the help of water jetting ash, we are going to jetting that water. So in this mechanical type, there will be a belt conveyor will be there, and then a truck is going to be coming. So bunker will be there, and all the things. See here, from the boiler furnace, we are collecting that, ash with the help of water, and this water we are going to separating this ash, and this ash we are going to transferring or transported with the help of belt conveyor, and that ash we are collecting in one bunker, or you can say that one compartment. Okay, so in that bunker we are going to collecting. Whenever bunker is there, it is going to be hanged at a very big mechanical equipments. Over there, the truck will go and it will collect the ash and it will go out. So that is the system of this mechanical handling equipment. Mechanical handling equipment. In this system, the ash is means wherever we are going to mixing with water, whatever we are going to doing, so that ash is going to be cool. That is the main purpose. What is the quenching? Quenching also we studied in pneumatic system. Okay, with that belt conveyor, we are going to carried out this ash by continuously to that bunker. So major, I think this mechanical systems they are going to using in power plants. The ash is then removed by that dumping site from that ash bunker with the help of trucks. With the help of trucks. Okay. Next, we will see that what is that site selection and the distance from that loads. Okay, proposed areas, accessibility of waste disposal. What is that? All the things we can see that. Okay. Now we will see that how we are going to site selection. So first of all, it's a very next slide also. I will next class also I will discuss. Next means video also I will discuss. Site selection is very most important. Distance from the load center is one more important. And the next waste disposal. How that waste disposal in a nuclear power plant and a radioactive, there should be a sufficient space should be there near to the plant site as well as for the disposal of waste. Okay. With this, I am going to ending my lecture. Next video, we will meet again. Thank you.